Hi everyone, welcome to the Social Traders 2020 Awards. I'm Mike McKinstry, I'm the CEO at Social Traders. I'd like to start today by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land in which I'm standing here today in Melbourne, the Wurundjeri people, members of the Kulin Nation, and I'd like to pay respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Now because of COVID this year, we're hosting a digital ceremony to celebrate every category and award winner. From Monday to Friday this week, we'll be announcing 2 winners at 12 noon daily on our social media channels, that's Facebook, LinkedIn and Twitter. So we'd love you to come and join us each day at noon if you can, and we'll live stream these celebrations. But don't worry if you can't, they'll also be posting the winners across the channels and the website. And there'll be a wrap-up video on Friday as a finale to celebrate the highlights and the key achievements of social enterprises, business and government winners across the country. Now, I recently joined Social Traders as the CEO. After 35 years in the corporate sector in the UK, the USA and Australia, for the last 5 years, I joined the not-for-profit sector for a for-purpose sector as a CEO for GenU. GenU are a large disability services provider. They do aged care and employment services nationally. At GenU, we were members of Social Traders, and I respected the great work that Social Traders have been doing in the sector for some years now. So there's a lot going on at the moment, and there's many great achievements. But I think we all know there's more to be done to build capacity in the supply chains and making the sector sustainable and ongoing. At Social Traders, we've got a couple of key milestones. We've now hit 100 plus business and government members, and we've certified 400 plus social enterprises. Now this year, of course, with COVID, the social enterprise sector took a hit, but we surveyed in June, and about 96% of social enterprises were still trading, and that's amazing. And 75% of the social enterprises said that they were looking to grow. Now we also want to acknowledge our business and government organisation. You are the forward-thinking companies that are building social enterprises, spending into your supply chains. Some of the work done by our buyers to promote social procurement and enshrine it in policy is fantastic, so thank you. Now this is really important as we want to make, social procurement business as usual in the way that we do business together. Particularly so in post-COVID environment where we mustn't and we can't leave anyone behind, particularly those facing disadvantage. So why do Social Traders do these awards? Well, from a Social Traders point of view, our mission is to support social enterprise and the sector to grow, and to support Australians most in need by building social procurement as a business as usual practice. And we've had a really impressive calibre of submissions this year. We've had over 70 applications, which is our biggest year yet, and all organisations submitted applications that really demonstrated innovation and adaptation, particularly in this year. So what's next? Well, next up, I'd like to introduce the Honourable Jaala Pulford. Jaala is the Minister for Employment, Minister for Innovation, Medical Research, Digital Economy, and believe it, Minister for Small Business, so she's a busy lady. And following on from the Minister, our Social Traders Executive Director is Lisa Boothby, who many of you know, and Mark Daniels. They'll also be announcing our award winners at 12 noon daily. And then finally on Friday, the Social Traders Chair, Patricia Edwards, she'll be delivering a special message of thanks to all of our thriving enterprise and business and government members. So once again, a big, huge thank you. Congratulations to all our winners and to the entire community for your achievements. Thank you for all your ongoing support of Social Traders in the sector, both now and in the future. And I hope you enjoy the updates this week and join in celebrating the success of the winners. Thank you very much.
I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land and to pay my respects to elders, past, present and emerging. It is great to join you all for this exciting event and recognise some inspiring achievements and also the growing impact of social enterprises on our economy. The Andrews Labor government recognises the importance of building a fair and inclusive economy and the really important role that a thriving social enterprise sector contributes to this goal. This is particularly important in light of the extraordinary and very challenging time that we've all experienced as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Victoria is home to more than 3,500 social enterprises, operating across more than 4,000 locations and contributing an extraordinary $5 billion to our economy each year, and employing tens of thousands of people. And many of those workers have faced barriers to finding employment. And social enterprises are inclusive employers, supporting some of the most vulnerable people in our society, as well as their important work solving complex social, economic and environmental challenges. We also know that in Victoria, more than 70% of our social enterprises are small businesses in service industries, and they're deeply embedded in their communities and the local economy. Social enterprises make a significant economic contribution, and they also help us build a more inclusive economy where diversity and creativity are valued and celebrated. While so many social enterprises have faced disruption this year, especially those operating in sectors like hospitality, retail and food service. I've been so inspired and impressed by the resilience and the innovation that's been demonstrated throughout the sector. It's been terrific to see so many social enterprises adapting and rethinking their approach to ensure that their business can continue to survive and indeed in many cases to thrive, but also that their cause is able to continue to be pursued. Today's awards recognise those who are driving that innovation, and I'm so excited to see the results in action over coming months. Our government is deeply committed to developing the state's social economy, and I'm proud to be part of a government leading the way with Australia's first social enterprise strategy and our social procurement framework. Building on the momentum from our first social enterprise strategy, we're now working on a new strategy to be released next year, being led by my colleague and friend, our Parliamentary Secretary for Jobs, Jane Garrett. The government has contracted dozens of Aboriginal businesses, social enterprises and Australian disability enterprises through our social procurement framework. We understand the importance of making sure that everyone has the chance to share in the benefits of the economy and all of these exciting activities that are occurring as part of our economic rebuild. And we also recognise that social enterprises are innovators and entrepreneurs, and that innovation is going to be so important for our future economy and for our community's recovery from the impact of the pandemic. These are just some of the reasons we're committed to supporting the work you do in a strong social enterprise sector in Victoria and ensuring that social procurement can deliver social, economic and environmental benefits to our communities for many, many years to come. The creation of new social enterprises and the growth of existing ones will be absolutely vital to Victoria's success, our economic success, but also our success as a strong and cohesive society. So about the awards and the winners. This year's Social Traders Award winners showcase the resilience and diversity of our social enterprise community. From a collective of social enterprises delivering food relief to those most in need during the pandemic, or creating employment opportunities for people living with a disability, those that are being acknowledged today have achieved great outcomes across a diverse range of areas. And I'm so impressed by the variety of approaches taken by those that are striving for the same goal, a fairer society and a more inclusive society. And I thank you each for your deep commitment to that. We recognise social enterprises are vital to a thriving social economy, and awards like these allow us to highlight but also to celebrate the remarkable work being done in this sector. So congratulations to all of today's winners. Your work continues to inspire and it contributes so much to us all as we build a fairer and more inclusive economy and a fairer and more inclusive society. Thank you and congratulations.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the 2020 winner for the Social Enterprise of the Year Small category. This award goes to an enterprise with less than 20 people, and it is an enterprise which greatly moved us at last year's conference. The winner of the 2020 Social Enterprise of the Year Small goes to Fruit to Work.
Well, a social enterprise simply for me is a business that provides a social purpose, but is run like any other business. But the reason we get up in the morning is for the purpose, not for the profit. At its essence, the why behind Fruit to Work is to create chances for people who have been impacted by the justice system and allow them to get back into society as contributing members again.
We get to see individuals come in at the beginning of their journey and then grow through their journey until they transition from Fruit to Work into full-time employment and other opportunities.
It has really changed my life. It always makes me want to do the right thing and stay on the right track because I have people that look up to me. Being a part of a program that help offenders who come out of jail has become an absolute passion of mine.
I think the certification process has clearly given us an entry code to infrastructure projects, and certainly any government contracts that we've won ask us whether we're social traders certified. So it's certainly given us that credibility.
Work gives you a purpose and a passion. It's an amazing, proud moment to be able to say, I've got a job and I'm going to work today.
We've actually helped transition 50 people back into society, and none of them have reoffended. We've had a zero recidivism rate since we started this whole programme. The highlight for me is every day just seeing the lives of the people that we work with change almost in front of your eyes. It's an incredible thing to witness.
There's a lot of great things about this job, but just being a part of watching somebody who came from the same background I have, walking in the same shoes that I did, and watching them grow, what greater joy.
Now I'm going to announce the award for Social Enterprise of the Year Large, which goes to a social enterprise with 20 or more employees. It gives me great pleasure to announce that this award goes to Nunda Community Enterprises Cooperative.
Nunda creates employment for people with disabilities and from other disadvantaged backgrounds. We have a cafe and catering business, we have a food trailer, and we also have a number of gardening contracts that employ people with and without disabilities, looking after local parks, and a contract at the local shopping centre.
Working for the co-op is just fantastic. Waking up every morning, saying that you've got a job to go to, you go to your job, you put 110% in it. You learn more experiences, you learn things that you have never thought you'd be able to do in your life, and you feel like you're a better person.
We are so proud of the partnership we have with the Nunda Co-op. They have provided such amazing landscaping services. I've never seen landscaping at the centre look as good as it does now. They provide such meticulous care for all of the landscaping on site. They have a greenhouse on site where they repot the plants, and they're always changing them over to make sure it's the best outcome on the floor possible.
Social traders are a critical organisation in the sector. They help organisations like us link them with customers who not only want to get a job done, but they also want to use that spend to create a job for somebody. The value of an organisation like Nunda Co-op is not only do people have a job, but they're also actively involved in running the organisation. They have a role and a place where they feel like they belong.